Yo, hey, say it's your boy. I'm back again for another video. You know what I'm talking about? Hey, say, I really woke up with this on my mind this morning, so I figured, you know what, I'd get up and make a video for y'all. Cause shit, everybody don't know everything, and I know if it slipped my mind, I know for a fact I try my best to be as prepared as possible. It's very easy, for others. So I figured shit, I made this video in hopes that it help others. You know what I'm talking about? And hopefully, in hindsight, I ain't hopefully I didn't buy another lesson. Put it like that. In hindsight. So let's get right into it. So this is my third time trying to shoot this video for y'all, but I feel like I was going everywhere. I had a bunch of good shit to say, but I was going everywhere. So I got my other phone and I wrote down like little sections of shit from top to bottom of basically the process of looking at any type of truck. It could be used truck, whatever fuck, any type of truck. The process. This should help you go through the quote unquote truck buying process. As far as I'm talking about, I wanted to make it run from the top, like the mental part, the actually physically looking, the communicating with the seller, pulling up and looking at the truck, payment, pricing, paperwork, all that, and and shit, don't be scared to walk away type of time. So I kind of done got myself I got myself a little itinerary here, so I shouldn't ramble. Excuse me, cut this motherfucking truck on. Get the AC baby on. I thought I could talk to y'all without the AC. I have lost my damn mind. I have lost my damn mind. Anyway, so boom. First things first. Before you even look at the truck, before you start doing anything like that, I would strongly suggest that you arm yourself with as much background knowledge as possible. Background knowledge meaning you need to learn and know what you want. Whether that be you need to find out what you want, and you also not only do you need to find out what you want, because you could want a flat top, truck, but you pull a van, so you might not, you know what I'm talking about. You might not necessarily that flat top might not benefit you as much as a condo would. You see what I'm saying? Just out the strength of aerodynamics. When you're on the road, pay attention. Like, say for example, the dudes with the flat tops or the condos, or the mid roofs that pull van. If you notice, a lot of them got what they call whale tails and turbo fins on the top, and that's to help the aerodynamics with the fuel mileage. So that's just a part of learning what you want. You can always want what you want, but you got to know what's going to actually be practical for your application as well, type of time. So what I mean by that is, so whether if you want to, and this is old or new shit, it don't matter. This applies to anything. So whether if you want a Peterbilt, International, Freightliner, Kenworth, whatever, Volvo, whatever truck you want, no matter whatever truck you want, you need to learn about whatever it is you want. You need to learn what motors came in them, what transmissions typically came with them. You need to learn about rear end ratios, etc., etc. You need to be familiar with rebuilding if necessary. You need to learn about hold on, I'm in the way. Point blank period. You need to know about what comes with whatever you want, and you need to know about the common problems and fixes that came with whatever you want, new or old. Say for example, like them pre-emission Volvos, they used to have cats in them, they used to have Detroits in them, they used to have N14s in them. So you need to, if that's, say for example, if you want whatever the fuck you want, you need to know about what come with it. And that's gonna come learning about motors, transits, rear end ratios, and what the difference is. You need to know what rear end ratio you need for the terrain that you travel, what transmission that will best suit you for the terrain that you travel and wherever you run. This is serious business. I know it's boring, but it's serious business because, I don't know if I said this before, but a lot of people buy a truck thinking the truck is the truck. It's not the case. If you take that company truck out west to Arizona and shit, where them real mountains at, this nigga ain't gonna be able to do nothing. He's not suited for that. He ain't got enough rear end ratio. He ain't got enough nuts for that shit. You damn near blow the top out of that motherfucker. So that shit is important. You feel me? So you need to know basically the cost of ownership is really what I'm saying. Like, you need to be familiar with what it's gonna take to rebuild it if necessary. What the common problems is. You need to be already knowing what the common fixes is for those common problems. You need to be knowing what it take, what it's not gonna take. You need to be knowing. Like, say for example, you do research on the N14. When I was doing research on N14s, people were saying, hey man, these motherfuckers eat up injectors. And I seen some of the forums from way back when, they was like, shit, I got N14 and I got to the point to where I keep extra injector on the truck. I change it out if it ever fuck up, please. Next. You know what I'm talking about? I'm not trying to bash no N14, but for me, I'm not willing to do that. And that's another thing. You need to be knowing what you is and is not willing to do, point blank period. You feel what I'm saying? So you need to know what it's gonna cost, and you need to be familiar, so that way you know what you're looking at and you know what you're getting into. You know what I'm talking about? And if you're not very so much mechanically inclined, etc., if you don't give a fuck, you need to have a trustworthy mechanic that knows what he's doing as well. These are just foundation building right here that's gonna keep you from fucking up in these next steps. You see what I'm saying? So you just overall need to know what you're getting into. You need to know as much prior knowledge as possible. So you need to, I know I like Detroit, so I'm pretty familiar with Detroit. I know how motherfuckers should sound. I know what is and is not excessive blow by. You know what I'm saying? I'm knowing what it'll cost to rebuild. And also, I'm glad I kind of picked this up as well. I know what does and does not hold and retain value. That's another thing that you need to keep in mind when you're looking at a truck. Like, try your best to get a truck that's gonna hold its value. You know what I'm saying? Because you could buy a truck that's never gonna be worth what you put into it, rebuild or not, etc., etc. So try to get something that's gonna hold its value. Something, you know what I'm talking about, if you can. But please, best believe, don't buy the truck already planning on selling it. You need to buy the truck planning to make your money first. So you know what I'm talking about. So don't that next thing. So once you get all your prior knowledge, you know what I'm talking about, you familiar with whatever it is you want. Say for example, for me, it's a Detroit. So we're gonna use me as an example. So I done got to the point to where I done got familiar with the different type of models, the different types of D-decks. I'm familiar with a 14 liter with the EGR. I'm familiar with the 12.7. I'm familiar with the 12.7s that had EGR. I'm familiar with what it's gonna cost to all that shit. I know what the fuck I'm getting into. See what I'm saying? So now you get to the point to where you looking for one. So I personally like to look on Marketplace. I like to look on Truck Paper, and I get in the Facebook groups. I'm in a lot of them Facebook groups, and I'm gonna tell you what I'm telling you. That's kind of how I hopefully truly did score this time around, because this never did hit Marketplace, and it was only posted 2 hours before I jumped in the inbox type of time. You see what I'm saying? So you can find a lot of good stuff in there. So let's just say you started looking. First thing, let's just talk about some red flags. Let's just go ahead and knock that out the way. So red flags to me would be an uncooperative seller. Red flags to me would be inconsistencies when you talking to and the seller. Red flag would be from the door, not enough pictures, not enough detail in the description. And the thing is, this ties into knowing what you're looking at, because they could have pictures and whatnot, but say for example you look on the picture and let's say you want a 13 speed only. Well, when you look at the pictures, you see it's a 10 speed. There's no use of wasting your time no more. On to the next truck. I know for me, I don't like how Freightliner, like in the Columbias and Centuries, it's like a blue suede. I don't like that blue suede. So when I looked at a truck, when I pictures of the interior, if it had that blue suede, for me, I don't want it no more. I don't believe in buying a truck, and I don't believe in getting caught up in the mental hype of saying, well, I could change this, I could change all that. Change, it costs money, bro. You need to buy the truck. You need to be happy with it the way it is, and you can do all your add-ons later. You need to be 100% happy with it when you buy it. See what I'm saying? So if it had the blue interior, for me, I didn't want it. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. I think it's tacky. I ain't gonna say it's tacky, but it's just, I don't like it. So if it had the blue interior. Next, the pictures. I looked at a couple of trucks that on the pictures there was a lot of red flags. I saw rust. I saw shit missing. I saw shit not connected. I remember one time I saw it was like a coolant jug on the top of the damn, like literally on the top of the truck. I'm like, what? I looked at one truck, pictures under the hood and whatnot. It was like hoses disconnected and shit like that. You see what I'm saying? Stuff like that. Like, the pictures really will give you an overall vibe of what's going on. But another red flag is there's people out here that will post pictures of the truck back in its heyday. Like, they'll send you pictures or post pictures of the truck back when it was clean, back when everything was actually tight on it. But when you get there, you find out, well, I didn't have any updated pictures. They're the only ones I had. It's been sitting for the last 5 years. You could have told me that from the door. You know what I'm talking about? I'm trying to keep y'all from wasting y'all time dealing with people, because some people ain't worth a damn. You know what I'm talking about? So, let me refer back to the list. Yeah, we was talking about red flags when you looking. So, yeah. So now we're going to go in, like I said, red flags. Let's just recap. Red flags, not enough pictures, not a good ass description. When you look in the pictures, it's not what you want. Sometimes people post pictures that you can tell are clearly old. You see what I'm saying? So, you can do that. What else? Boom. Next topic. So, questions to ask when you're looking. So let's just say you found a potential. It's got good pictures, clear pictures, actually to-date pictures, and it's got a good description. And now I'm gonna tell y'all, it's a bunch of people that can't tell you what rear end ratio in their truck. They can't tell you nothing about the truck. I try my best to stay away from them type of people. But if they got something you want and you got that prior knowledge, that's when your prior knowledge really shine and show, because you know what you're doing, you know what you're getting into, and you know what you're buying, and you know what you're going to do with it. So that, you know what I'm talking about, you able to shine there. You know, you don't have to take another person's word for it, and I wouldn't take another person's word for it in general. But I digress. So, questions to ask. First thing I like to do, say for example, how do I approach the seller? I never send that, say if it's on Marketplace, I never send that generic, is it available? I always say something different so I don't get skipped over, because it's a lot. I respond to it, but me and you both know if you ever sold on Marketplace, that shit annoying. So I always say something different, like if they don't have the rear end ratio posted, I say, hey, what is the rear end ratio? Or I say, does it have a clean title? I say something like that. So then I say, okay, and I start asking questions, basically. So I ask questions like, okay, I really just ask them. I really want them to do more of the talking. and I want to do more of the listening, and I want to do more of the asking, and they need to do more of the telling. You see what I'm saying? It don't need to be. That's what it need to be. Let's just be honest. So I normally would be like, hey man, I see you got this truck for sale. Whoop the whoop. Can you tell me a bit about the truck? I listen to whatever background and stuff that they have to say, and then I kind of formulate questions off of the background and whatnot that they are giving. So I say, oh, okay, so what, did you run logs with it, or whoop whoop? I want to know why you selling it. You know what I'm saying? I want to know you getting out the business, whatever the fuck. I want to know. You need to know. Ask. And I would used to ask stuff like, when the last time you ran an overhead? That'll run a nigga off fast, because I don't know. Because I'm telling y'all, a lot of people be just buying and reselling. A lot of people be getting shit come from the auction and all that, and they just be selling that shit straight from the auction. I'm trying to tell y'all need to add some shit. You really want to buy your truck from another owner operator if possible, but not no ragged ass owner operator that did Mickey Mouse shit the entire time he didn't have the truck. Either way, that goes into having that prior knowledge, because you need to know what you're getting into, and you need to know how to fix it. I'm trying to tell y'all. So, you hear them, I listen to what he have to say, and I say, okay. I say, okay, so, are you still running the truck? How long has it been sitting? What's wrong with it? Are there any leaks, etc., etc.? I used to ask, how bad is the blow by, etc., etc. Do you have any paperwork? Do you have any receipts? If you saying it's got this, that, and the next, do you have any receipts? Do you have any proof? What else I used to ask? Pretty much, I ask anything from top to bottom. I want to know something about the motor. I want to know something about the trans. I want to know something about the rear ends. Does everything work? AC, heat, jakes, cruise, everything needs to work. Are there any leaks, air, water, fluids, oil, whatever the fuck you need to know? Honestly, I'm saying a lot, but I just do an overall vibe check, basically. And you'll pick up on some fuck shit, what I'm trying to say. You'll pick up on some fuck shit. And then you got to be wary, too. You got a lot of good-ass salesmen out here, too. Whether it be a dealership or not, you got a lot of good-ass salesmen. And you don't need to get sold. You don't get caught up in somebody else's hype and visualization. What's sensualization of the truck? You see what I'm saying? Don't let them say, dream. You need to know. Like if you try to say, you need to know what you're looking for. So another thing you need to find out is how you need to peep on how cooperative this person is. Are they sending you extra pictures of what in specific that you want to see? Are they sending you extra pictures? Are they willing to send you a video of it running? Are they? And I want to see it running, and I want to see it running when it's up to temperature, point blank, period. I want to see the motherfucking oil that been done got hot. I want to see the temperature that got up to where it need to be. I want to see what it's doing hot. I don't want to see what it's doing cold. You know what I'm saying? Are they willing to do that? Are they willing to answer all your questions? Is they willing to talk to you on the phone? And the same questions you ask in the messages, you need to re-ask on the phone, because everything comes into context when you can hear a nigga voice. You can analyze a whole lot more motherfucking better when you hear a nigga voice too. And you can shut that shit down from the door too when you talk to a nigga on the phone of what's going on type of time. So you need to also ask about the title. While you're in the talking phase, you done visualize the truck and all that. You done seen it, you still interested in it. You need to ask about the title. And this goes into the next topic as well, as far as how to communicate. You need to ask about the title. And this is knowledge that I just learned yesterday that I hope I didn't fuck around and get screwed on. Cause I thought I had a pretty good idea what the fuck I was doing, but long story short, I hope I didn't get screwed on it. So you need to ask about the title, and you need to do a VIN number check. So if they not willing to send you the VIN number, run the fuck away. If they not willing to possibly send you a picture of the title, run the fuck away. And I would also encourage you to get the VIN number beforehand and actually get it ran through your DMV as well. That way you know for a fact it's a clean title, no liens on it. It's not stolen, and you won't have no problems getting it put in your name. Type of time like that.
Yeah.
Cause that'll keep you from some bullshit. So boom, how to communicate. We kind of got into that. Uh, Pricing. Let's talk about pricing. So let's just say you done all that. Now the paperwork checks out. You done got the VIN number cleared and all that shit. So it's a go, right? So now you talk about pricing. Well, let's just be honest. Certain trucks are only worth so much. You can add value to them, but truck is only worth so much. And you, depending on what you want, you're gonna have to be willing to pay for it. Unless you gonna find something that's basically already told the fuck up and rebuild it. So let's talk about a classic. Classics hold value similar to a Peterbilt. So you're gonna kind of have to know that you're gonna have to pay a little bit more for that classic if that's what you want, versus if you wanted a Century or a Columbia, or if you didn't give a fuck about none of that. You know what I'm talking about. So you gotta kind of know, depending on what you want. Some stuff you're gonna have to just simply, it comes with the quote unquote premium. But I say that within balance, because I'm not saying just because it is a classic or a Peterbilt you got to pay them stereotypical prices. You don't. So let's just say, and this really is gonna go, it's really finna go into the next point. So before you pull up, before you go see it in person, y'all kind of need to agree on a price. So let's just say somebody's asking 20 grand for a truck, and based on what they tell you, you will say, okay, based on what they tell you, based on videos that they sent you, maybe the truck got a lot of blow by or whatever. So you would say he want 20. Well, you can say, well, would you entertain, when you hit them up, you say, well, would you entertain the 15? Nah, let's do that. Would you entertain a, say for example, $13,000 offer? They gonna either say yes or no. Say if they say no, then you say, okay, where would you be at with it? They either gonna meet you, or they gonna be stiff on their price. And if they're stiff on their price, you can't make a deal then. If y'all too far away, you see what I'm saying? It's another one that's coming up. You see what I'm saying? It'll be another truck. So y'all need to agree on the price beforehand, before you even take the time to go look at it, etc., etc. You know what I'm talking about? Y'all need to be in agreement on the price. Don't be scared to negotiate with people, etc., etc. Like how you would negotiate your freight rates, you need to negotiate these prices, asking prices. I'm telling y'all, during the Corona times, when Corona was actually turned, I guess. I keep telling y'all the story, but I went to Alabama and looked at a classic. They was asking 30 online, but was ready to take 17 in person. You know what I'm talking about? So don't get caught up in the asking price. Now, if it's just a ridiculous ass price, ain't no use in entertaining that person. You see what I'm saying? It could, you know what I'm saying? Everybody got wiggle room. I don't give a damn what you got to say. Everybody got wiggle room, you know. Cause I guess I'm kind of spoiling it, but when I had my truck for sale, I had wiggle room. I knew what my bottom dollar was. So boom, let's just say y'all agree on the price. So this is where the previous knowledge part kicks in. So this is where the previous knowledge part kicks in, because now you finna apply everything of what you learned and found out in person. So you need to be listening with your good listening ears, looking with your good eyes. You need to be pushing the clutch now, making sure it ain't sloppy or feeling weak or nothing. It need to be stiff, really, for real. You need to be testing all the switches, testing all the lights. You really need to give it a DOT inspection. You need to make sure ain't nothing leaking, city horn, air horn, making sure all the lights are functioning. You need to make sure everything on the inside is functioning. You need to make sure the doors will open, close, windows will let down, AC. You need to make sure everything is working and everything is up to your standards. Point blank, period. See what I'm saying? Now, also, you need to know some red flags when you get in person. So you need to be looking for like some JB Wells shit. You need to be looking for some you need to be looking for any kind of fuck shit. You need to be looking for any type of Mickey Mouse. And you need to continuously to listen to the owner. Now, like I said, don't get caught up in no sales pitch, and don't get caught up in nobody sensationalizing the truck. You got to listen past that. Like, this is serious business. I don't want y'all to waste y'all money or inherit any bullshit. Yeah, this serious business. You need to know what you're looking at, and you need to stand on business. Point blank, period. So, you need to be looking for any red flags in person. You need to note, okay, this did match the description. This did match the pictures. This did not match the description. This did not match the pictures. Now at this point, I'm not even fucking with it. That's fine as well. So boom. Let's just say you get there and it's not what it was, but you still interested in the truck. Let's just say you see past some. You see something. You know what you're doing. You see something. The fundamentals, or you got that. So then what you would do is renegotiate. You would say, hey, look, man, I know you was asking, just use this example again. I know you was asking 20 for the truck. I know we agreed on 15, but now that I'm here, it's gonna need brakes all the way around. It's gonna need some tires, like no life left on them. The kind to where dudes be putting them ball steer tires and shit on the drives and all that, like that. Like, this motherfucker gonna need tires, it's gonna need brakes, and the way that clutch feel, if an adjustment won't do it, I'm gonna need to get a clutch. And shit, I know when I had to get the trans dropped and all that, and they gonna have to resurface the flywheel and all that, it's gonna hit me for a couple of grand, everything all together. The most that I can do on the truck is 12. Let's just say that. Let's just say that. So now you in person and you offer the nigga 12, and he gonna either take it or leave it. Don't be in a rush to spend your money. So let's just say he don't take the 12. Fine, take your ass home. Fuck it. You know what I'm talking about? Like, it's never no pressure to spend your own money. Like, it's. Man, listen, I guarantee you might think that'd have been a waste of a day, a waste of time, waste of some gas money. You might be disappointed in some more stuff, but I guarantee it. I used to waste niggas' time too, because I knew I needed to get my feet wet. I knew I needed to learn. I knew I needed to goddamn get familiar for real. I knew I needed to get in the motherfucking water, you feel me? I had to learn how to swim. So the more you talk the talk, the more you be able to walk the walk, the more you message niggas and get familiar with talking to niggas, asking questions, filling shit out, the more you gonna know what is and what ain't. You see what I'm saying? And you gonna continue to grow yourself into what you need to be, you feel me? So don't give up. Keep that shit going. Don't be another option. Just be patient, bro. Like, trucking ain't this shit. I realizing, bro, this shit is not going nowhere, dude. Like, shit is not going nowhere. etc. And I wouldn't rush it. Now, I say that with a grain of salt because I don't think I rushed it yesterday. I think I did my damn due diligence. Like I said, I'm saying it without saying it. But this is how you know I'm living what I rap. Yesterday was Saturday, so Friday night I seen a truck posted in one of the groups. It had only been up for 2 hours. I saw the post. It fit what I needed, because now I know what I needed. I got in the inbox. Truck was about 2 hours away from me. I talked to him, got a little background, etc. And we same thing that I got doggone asked, telling y'all. We talked numbers and all that before I decided, okay, I'm gonna come see you in the morning. Asked him when is he available. Told me anytime after 10 a.m. Etc. I asked all the background, etc. Got all the details that I need. Went on up there. The reason being I went on up there is because I know it was a high value truck, so to say, and I know that if I'd have left it, that motherfucker would have been gone. I might would have missed out on an opportunity. especially because it's what I want, which is going to chime me into my next point. Sometimes you're going to have to be willing to pay for what you want within means, if it is truly worth it. So like I just was saying earlier, you know, people put a premium on certain stuff, but you don't have to pay that premium. I ain't gonna say too much without saying it, but you ain't got to do all that extra. You feel me? So, yeah. I ain't gonna lie, it you know, but like I said, I don't even think long story short, but that should help y'all. That should help. You know, you know, like I said, the main thing is negotiating. The main thing is negotiating, knowing what you looking at, knowing what it's gonna cost to fix, knowing and checking on that paperwork, title and all that, making sure no liens on it, making sure no it's not stolen, all that type of stuff. Checking the VIN number, title, paperwork, make sure you get your bill of sale, all that good stuff. See what I'm saying? And I'm gonna tell y'all something. Don't ever sign the back of the title till you verify it. Let the seller sign the back of the title, but you don't touch that motherfucking title until you get down to your DMV and they give you the green light. Don't cause that's kind of where I might have got caught up. I don't think I got caught up for real, but that's what inspired me to make this video, because I didn't do no VIN check. I didn't do no VIN check this time around. Like I said, I kind of had to jump on it, and I don't think I come up short. I hope I didn't, at least. I'm gonna be humble about it, because I'm pretty sure I'm gonna put this video out before I do the other one. But I hope I did not, because I didn't do no VIN check or nothing like that. I couldn't. It was the like I said, it was Saturday, so Friday. It was like what 9 o'clock Friday. You know, then it switched over to Saturday, and you ain't shit open on Saturday. So, you feel me? So hopefully I didn't come up short. I don't think I did, but that's really what inspired me to make the video. That way y'all could be on game. That way y'all could have some little red flags and whatnot. I hope this was helpful. I feel like this is common shit, but it might be something you didn't know or nothing, you know. So I don't know. I'll put this out there. Other than that, long story short, shit, goddamn, fuck it, walk away. Don't be scared to walk away. Save your motherfucking money. It's gonna always be another truck. And make sure it's something you can drive home. I hope this was a good message. I hope this wasn't too motherfucking long-winded. I actually hope this was helpful. I guess I'll keep y'all updated on my situation, and I'll let y'all know for sure. Probably Monday. I'll probably edit the video and have it ready for y'all. If everything work out, I'll drop it. If not, I had to make another video explaining some shit. So until then, bro, I hope this was a good help, good service to you. I'll catch you next time, y'all.
With that old ass truck, how you picking up and dropping with that old